You know when it click through to the send it's about to be a show be fun. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. Drop the top when I'm in it. Everybody drop when I'm in it. Yeah, I go so good. Everybody know I'm on. You know when it click through to the system, it's about to be a I'll be coming up hot for a minute. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. Drop the top when I'm in it. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. Yeah, I go so good. Everybody know I'm on. You know when it click through to the system, it's about to be a show be fun. I'll be coming up hot for a minute.
Portraying beauty as the exact opposite. You misrepresented it and it's blatantly obvious when you're complimented by a barbaric misogynist. You're over it. They need to cut you a check and get it over with, cause they stealing your style and puckering their lips. Next thing you know, they paying for your hips. They want your exterior, not your experience.
They try to steal your shine. They try to make you look bad, but they try to steal your style. They try to be better than you, better than you, better than you, better than you. Yeah, I've been around the world and no one is stand down to me. Travel around the world and the rarest thing that I've seen.
bitches. Fuck 12. Fuck stitches. What you see is what you get. Peep that gram and see me flex. Don't hit me with those street texts. Fuck boys want but get no sex.
I go over anything like ranch, facts. Think I want a yacht and a ranch, yes. Hit the boulevard and hit my dance. Everybody wanna be a boss, but they can't. But they motherfucking can't. I go over anything like ranch. Had to tell my old hoes, bon voyage like I'm in France. Hey, now I eat hors d'oeuvres and get them served at my events. Hey, fuck up my face, please and thank you in advance. Hey, hey, I'm like, hey, yeah, you know the game. Ice all in my veins, bitch, ain't nothing changed. I got money in the bank, in a Roth IRA. Put the drinks on my tab and the bitch on my lap. And oh yeah, I go over anything like ranch, facts. Think I want a yacht and a ranch, yes. Hit the boulevard and hit my dance. Everybody wanna be a boss, but they can't. But they motherfucking can't.
I go over everything like ranch, going up across the map, heating up like climate change. Hold on, touch the thermostat. Hibachi volcano, light it up, my circle stack. Young boss, been about the cash, Mr. Krabs. I heard that my ex, man. She rolled by the crib and saw I turn it to a sex shack. Bent back, face down, popping for the realest in the game. Over everything like ranch, in the kitchen's where I stay with the sauce.
I go over anything like ranch, facts. Think I want a yacht and a ranch, yes. Hit the boulevard and hit my dance. Everybody wanna be a boss, but they can't. But they motherfucking can't.
I go over anything like ranch. Finger licking good, got a thumb and through a band. 10-7-57 where I fucking stand. Find me in the back, banging drums with my hands. Yeah, they call me Ringo, baby, I'm a star. Glowing in the dark, big brand like I'm star. By now you gotta know who the fuck we are. Hush, house, stumbling through, tap dancing all these bars. Yeah,
I go over anything like ranch, facts. Think I want a yacht and a ranch, yes. Hit the boulevard and hit my dance. Everybody wanna be a boss, but they can't. But they motherfucking can't. I go over anything like ranch, facts. Think I want a yacht and a ranch, yes. Hit the boulevard and hit my dance. Everybody wanna be a boss, but they can't. But they motherfucking can't.
Shame on me, I'm a fool for the melody. I don't wanna stop right now. All I need is a drum with the heavy beat. Hit me with that future sound. It's time to let go, we're not going home. This feeling I can't live without. So shame on me, I'm a fool for the melody. This is our party, and this is where the beat goes down. Feel the music on the stereo. Oh, oh.
Oh no. Oh, I gotta make it to the show. Oh, jeez. It's the Midsummer Night's Dream show. Oh God. Oh, gotta run. Okay. Where is it? A show and tell live theater. This way. Okay, I'm going the right way. Okay. All right, here we go. Oh, there's another sign. Oh, I don't want to be late. Oh, is that it? Oh, what does this sign say? Tonight's show, A Midsummer Night's Dream. Yes, this is it. Oh, God. Oh, I'm late. I'm already late. God. I had a hot date, but I blew them off. Okay. Written by Billy Shakes. Oh, I thought it was... Oh, that's his... Oh, I get it. Okay. Directed by Dom Yellow. Oh, good. What's this? Starring Dan Purple, Max Green, Alex Red. Oh, God. I love all of them. Oh, jeez. But what about... Oh, Steve Blue. Oh, Dom Yellow. He casted himself. What a... Fucking... Whatever. All right. A box office this way. Oh, is that it? Okay. Please get your tickets first. Okay, my ticket. Okay. Oh, wait, what's the sign say? Welcome to Show and Tell Theater. Hello?
Hello, do you have a ticket?
Yeah, it's under reservation.
Alrighty, I'll check over here at the will call.
Oh, okay, I'll go there.
Oh, here you go. This is for you.
Thank you.
Enjoy the show. Please find your seat.
Okay.
It's gonna start soon.
Okay, thanks. Do I go through this door?
Nope, this is the box office. Get out of here.
Oh, wait, I can't go in here?
Nope, that's the box office.
Okay,
Very private.
sorry.
Here, I'll escort you to your seat.
Okay, please. It's a reserved seat, right?
Yep,
oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a packed house. Oh, my.
It is. Yes, you're very late. Please, it's in this row.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I can't walk. Oh, I'm walking on the... Oh, excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse me. Oh, reserved. Oh, wow. Oh. All right. I'll be quiet for the rest of the show.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us here today. My name is Dom Yellow. I'm the director of tonight's performance. Tonight, we are about to witness a classic comedy, one written by the great William Shakespeare. Maybe some of you have heard of him. It's a theater joke for some of you. But before we do, let's just go over some general housekeeping rules. If you have any cell phones or loud children, please put them on vibrate now. Please no eating and drinking during the production. We do not want the floors to get sticky. And of course, tonight's show would not be possible without patrons of the art like you. Please feel free to put some money in their tip box after the end of the show. On the way out. It goes a long way to supporting local artists in your community. Thank you all so much. Without further ado, please enjoy tonight's production of A Midsummer Night's Dream with some celebratory fireworks.
Now, fair Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on a pence. 4 happy days bring in another moon. But oh, methinks, how slow this old moon weighs. She lingers my desires, like to a stepdame or a duanger, long withering out a young man's revenue.
4 days will quickly sleep themselves in night. 4 nights will quickly dream away the time. And when the moon, like to a silver bow, new bent in heaven, shall behold the night of our solemnities.
Go, Philostrate, stir up the Athenian youth to merriments. Awake the pert and nimble spirit of the mirth. Turn melancholy forth to funerals, the pale comparison is not for our pomp. Hippolyta, I woo thee with my sword, and I won thy love doing thee injuries, but I will wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, and with reveling.
Happy be, Theseus, renowned Duke.
Thanks, good Aegeus. What's the news with thee?
Full vexation come I with contempt against my child. My daughter Hermia, stand forth, Demetrius, my noble lord. This man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander, and my gracious duke. This man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes, and interchanged love tokens with my child. Thou hast by moonlight at her window sung, with feigning voices, versing of feigning love, and stolen impressions of her fantasy, with bracelets of thine hair, rings, gauds, conceits, knacks, trifes, nosegays, sweatmeats, messengers of strong prevalent, of unhardened youth. With cunning hast thou filched my daughter's heart, turnst her obedience, which is due to me, to stubborn harshness. And my gracious duke, be it so she will not hear before your grace, be it so she will now hear before your grace, consent to marry with Demetrius. I beg the ancient privilege of Athens, as she is mine, I may dispose of her, which shall be either of this gentleman or to her death, according to our law, immediately provided in that case.
What say you, Hermia, to be advised, fair maid? To you your father should be as a god, one that composed your beauties, yea, and one to whom you are but as a form in wax, by imprinted and within his power, to leave the figure or to disfigure it. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander.
In himself he is, but in kind wanting your father's voice. The other must be held the worthier.
I would my father looked but with my eyes.
Rather, your eyes must with his judgment look.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me. I know not by what power I am made bold, nor how it may concern my modesty, in such a presence here to plead my thoughts. But I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case, if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the death or abjure, for every the society of men. Therefore, fair Hermia, question your desires, know of your youth, examine your well blood, whether, if you yield not your father's choice, you can endure the livery of a nun. For I, to be shady, cloistered mewed, to live a barren sister for all your life, chanting faint hymns to the cold fruitless moon, thrice blessed that masters sow their blood to undergo such maiden pilgrimage. But earthlier happy is the rose distilled, than that which withering in the virgin thorn, grows, lives, and dies in single blessedness.
So will I grow, so live, so die, my lord, ere I will my virgin patent up unto his lordship, whose unwished yoke my soul consents not to give you sovereignty.
Take time to pause, and, by the next moon, the sealing day betwixt me and my love, for everlasting bond of fellowship, upon that day, either to prepare to die for disobedience to your father's will, or else wed Demetrius, as he would, or on Diana's altar to protest, for I, austerity and single life.
Lent, sweet Hermia, and Lysander, yield thy crazed title to my certain right.
You have her father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry him?
Scornful Lysander, true he hath my love, and what is mine, my love shall render him. And she is mine, and all my right of her I do estate unto Demetrius.
I am, my lord, as well derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his. My fortunes every way are fairly ranked, if not with vantage as Demetrius's, and which is more than all these boasts can be. I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Why should not I prosecute my right? Demetrius, I'll avouch it to his head. Made love to Nader's daughter, Helena, and won her soul, and she, sweet lady, dotes, devoutly dotes in idolatry upon this spotted and inconsistent man.
I must confess that I have heard so much, and with Demetrius thought to have spoke thereof, but, being overfull of self-affairs, my mind did lose it. But, Demetrius, come, and Aegeus, you shall go with me, for I have private schooling for you both. And you, fair Hermias, look upon yourself, to fit your fancies and your father's will, or else the law of Athens yields you up, by which no means we may accentuate to death or to a vow of single life. Come, my Hippolyta. What cheer, my love? Demetrius and Aegeus, go along. I must employ you to some business against our nuptial and confer with you of something nearly that concerns yourselves.
With duty and desire, we follow you.
Now, my love, why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses there do fade so fast?
Belike for want of rain, which I could well between them from the tempest of my eyes.
Ay, me! For aught that I could ever read, could ever hear by tale or history, the course of true love never did run smooth, but either it was of a different blood.
O cross, too high to be enthralled to low.
Or else misgraft in respect of years.
O spite, too old to be engaged to young.
Or else it stood upon the choice of friends.
O hell, to choose love by another's eyes.
Or if there were a sympathy in choice, war, death, or sickness did lay siege to it, making it momentary as a sound, swift as a shadow, short as any dream, brief as the lightning in the coiled night, that, in a spleen unfolds both heaven and earth, and ere a man hath power to say, Behold! The jaws of darkness do devour it up. So quick bright things come to confusion.
If then true lovers have been ever crossed, if it stands as an edict in destiny, then let us teach our trial patience, because it is a customary cross, as due to love as thoughts and dreams and sighs, wishes and tears, poor fancy's followers.
A good persuasion. Therefore, hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager, of great revenue, and she hath no child. From Athens is her home remote 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only son. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee, and to the place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou'st love me then, steal forth thy father's house tomorrow night, and in the woods, a league without the town, where I did meet thee once with Helena, I do observance to morn of May. There will I stay for thee.
My good Lysander, I swear to thee, by Cupid's strongest bow, by his best arrow with the golden head, by the simplicity of Venus's doves, by that which knitteth souls and prospers loves, and by that fire which burned the Carthage queen, when the false Troyan under sail was seen, by all the vows that ever men have broke, in number more than ever woman spoke. In that same place thou hast appointed me, tomorrow truly will I meet with thee.
You promised, love. Ah, look, here comes Helena.
Godspeed, Helena. Whither away?
Call me you fair. That fair again you unsay. Demetrius loves you fair, oh happy fair. Your eyes are lodestars, and your tongue's sweet air, more tunable than lark to shepherd's ear. When wheat is green, when hawthorn's buds appear, sickness is catching, oh, were favors so, yours would I catch, fair Hermia, ere I go. My ear should catch your voice, my eye your eye, my tongue should catch your tongue's sweet melody. Were the world mine, Demetrius being baited, the rest I'd give to you to be translated. Oh, teach me how you look, with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius's heart.
I frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
Oh, frown would teach my smiles such skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love.
Oh, that my prayers could such affection move.
The more I hate, the more he follows me.
The more I love, the more he hath hated me.
His folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty. Would that fault were mine.
Take comfort. He no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself will fly this place. Before the time I did Lysander see, seemed Athens as a paradise to me. Oh, then what graces in my love do dwell, that he hath turned a heaven unto a hell.
Helena, to your own mind we will unfold, tomorrow night, when Phoebe doth behold her silver visage in the watery glass, decking with liquid pearl the bladed grass, a time that lovers' flight doth still conceal, through Athens' gate we have devised to steal.
And in the wood, where often you and I, upon faint primrose beds, were wont to lie, emptying our bosoms of their counsel sweet, there my Lysander and myself shall meet, and thence from Athens turn away our eyes, to seek new friends and stranger company. Farewell, sweet playfellow, pray thou for us, and good luck grant thee thy Demetrius. Keep word, Lysander, we must starve our sight, from lovers' food, till morrow deep midnight.
I will, my Hermia. Helena, adieu. As you on him, Demetrius dotes on you.
How happy some o'er others can be. Through Athens I am thought as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will know what all but he do know. And as he errs, doting Hermia's eyes, so I, admiring all of his qualities, things base and vile, folding no quantity, love can transpose to form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged, Cupid painted blind. Nor hath love's mind any judgment taste, wings, and no eyes figure unheedy haste. And therefore love is said to be a child, because in choice he is so oft beguiled, as waggish boys in game their selves forswear, so the boy love is perjured everywhere. For ere Demetrius looked on Helena's eye, he'd hailed down oaths that he were only mine. And when this hail some heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved, and showers of oaths did melt. I will go, tell him of fair Hermia's flight. Then the wood will he tomorrow night pursue her, and for his intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense. But herein mean I enrich my pain, to have to sight thither back again.
Is all our company here?
You're best to call them generally, man by man, according to the script.
Here is the scroll of every man's name, which is thought fit through all Athens to play in our interlude before the Duke and the Duchess on his wedding day at night.
First, good Peter Quince, say what the play treats on, then read the names according to the actors, and so grow to a point.
Mary, our play is the most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
A very good piece of work, I assure you, and Mary. Now, good Peter Quince, call forth your actors by the scroll. Masters, spread yourselves.
Answer as I call you. Nick Bottom, the weaver.
Oh, ready. Name what part I am for and proceed.
You, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus.
Well, what is Pyramus? A lover? A tyrant?
A lover that kills himself most gallant for love.
That will ask some tears in a true performing of it. If I do, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms. I will condole in some measure. To the rest, yet my chief humor is for a tyrant. I could play Heracles rarely, or a part to tear a cat in, to make all split. The raging rocks and shivering shocks shall break the locks of prison gates. Amphibus's car shall shine from far and make and mar the foolish fates. This is lofty. Now, name the rest of the players. This is Heracles' vein, a tyrant's vein. A lover's more condoling.
Francis Flute, the bellows mender.
Here, Peter Quince.
Flute, you must take Thisbe on you.
What is Thisbe? A wandering knight?
It is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Nay, faith, let me not play a woman. I have a beard coming.
That's all one. You shall play it in a mask, and you may speak as small as you will.
And I may hide my face. Let me play Thisbe too. I'll speak in a monstrous little voice. Thesne. Ah, Papyrus, and lover dear, thy Thisbe dear, and lady dear.
No, you must play Pyramus, and Flute, you Thisbe.
Well, proceed.
Robin Starveling, the tailor.
Here, Peter Quince.
Robin Starveling, you must play Thisbe's mother. Tom Snout, the tinker.
Here, Peter Quince.
You, Pyramus's father. Myself, Thisbe's father. Snug the joiner, you the lion's part. And I, hope here is play fitted.
Have you written the lion's part? Pray you, if it be, give it to me, for I'm slow of study.
You may do it extempore, for it is nothing but roaring.
Let me play the lion too! I will roar! That will do any man's heart good to hear me. I will roar! That I'll make the Duke say, let him roar again! Let him roar again!
And you should do it too terribly. You would fright the Duchess and the ladies, that they would shriek, and that were enough to hang us all.
That would hang us all. Every mother's son. I grant you, friends, that if you should fright the ladies out of their wits, they would have no more discretion but to hang us. But I will aggravate my voice. Hold on. But I will aggravate my voice. Oh, there we go. But I will aggravate my voice so that I will roar you as gently as any sucking dove. I will roar you and twir any nightingale.
You can play no part but Pyramus, for Pyramus is a sweet-faced man, a proper man, as one shall see in a summer's day, a most lovely gentleman-like man. Therefore, you must needs play Pyramus.
Well, I will undertake it. What beard were I best to play it in?
Why, what you will.
Well, I will discharge it in either your straw-colored beard, your orange twangy beard, your purple ingrain beard, or your French crown-colored beard, your perfect yellow beard.
Some of your French crowns have no hair at all, and then you will play barefaced. But, masters, here are your parts, and I am to entreat you, request you and desire you to con them by tomorrow night, and meet me in the palace wood a mile without the town. By moonlight, there will we rehearse, for if we meet in the city, we shall be dogged with company, and our devices known. In the meantime, I will draw a bill of properties, such as our play wants. I pray you, fail me not.
We will meet, and there we may rehearse the most obscenely and courageously. Take pains, be perfect, adieu.
At the Duke's Oak we meet.
Enough! Hold or cut bows! How now, spirit? Whither you wander?
Over hill, over dale, through brush, through briar, over park, over pale, through flood, through fire. I do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon's sphere, and I serve the fairy queen, to do her orbs undo upon the green. The cowslips tall her pensioners be, in their gold coats spot you see. Those be rubies, fairy favors, in those feckless lives their savors. I must go seek some dewdrops here, and hang a pearl in every cowslip's ear. Farewell, thou lob of spirits, I'll be gone. Our queen and all of our elves will come here anon.
The king doth keep his revel here tonight. Take heed the queen come not within his sight, for Oberon is passing fell in wrath, because that she, as her attendant, hath a lovely boy stolen from an Indian king. She never had so sweet a changeling, and jealous Oberon would have the child knight of his train to trace the forest wild. But she perforce withhold the loved boy, crowns him with flowers and makes him all her joy. And now they never meet in grove or green, by fountain clear or spangled starlight sheen. But they do square that all their elves for fear creep into acorn cups and hide them there.
Either I mistake your shape and making quite, or else you'd be shrewd, that knavish sprite, called Robin Goodfellow. You are not he, that frights the maidens of the villagery, skim milk, and sometimes labor in the quern, and the bootless makes the breathless housewife churn, and sometimes make the drink bear no barm, misled night wanderers laughing at their harm, those that hobgoblin call you sweet Puck, and do their work, they shall have good luck. Are you not he?
Thou speakest aright. I am the merry wandering of the night. I jest to Oberon and make him smile when I a fat and bean-fed horse beguile, neighing in likeness of a filly foal, and sometimes lurk I in the gossip's bowl, in very likeness of a roasted crab, but when she drinks against her lips, I bob and on her withered dewlap pour the ale. The wisest aunt telling the saddest tale, sometimes for 3-foot stool mistaketh me, then slip I from her bum, down topples she, and Taylor cries and falls in a cough, and then the whole choir holds their hips and laughs and waxens in their mirth and knees and swear a merry hour was never wasted there. But room, fairy, here comes Oberon, here comes Oberon.
And here my mistress, would that he were gone.
I'll met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What, jealous Oberon? Fairies, skip hence. I have forsworn his bed and company.
Tarry, rash wanton. Am not I thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady. But I know, when thou hast stolen away from fairyland, and in the shape of Corin sat all day, playing on pipes of corn and versing love, to a Morris Phillida, why art thou here? Come from the farthest steep of India? But that, forsooth, the bouncing Amazon? You busked mistress and your warrior lover to Theseus must be wedded, and you come to give their bed joy and prosperity.
How canst thou thus for shame, Titania? Glance at my credit with Hippolyta, knowing I know thy love to Theseus. Didst thou not lead him through the glimmering night, from Perigenia, whom he ravished, and make him with fair Aegle break his faith, with Ariadne and Antiope?
These are the forgeries of jealousy, and never, since the midsummer spring, met we on a hill, in dale, forest, or mead, by paved fountain, or by rushy brook, or in the beached margin of the sea, to dance our ringlets to the whistling wind, but with the brawls thou hast disturbed our spot. Therefore the winds, piping to us in vain, as in revenge, have struck up from the sea, contagious fogs, which falling into the land, have every pelting river made so proud, that they have overborne their continents. The ox has therefore stretched his yoke in vain, the ploughman lost his sweat, and the green corn hath rotted ere his youth attained a beard. The fold stands empty in the drowned field, and crows are fatted with the Murrian flock. The nine men's morris is filled up with mud, and the quaint mazes in the Wanton Green, for lack of tread, are undistinguishable. The human mortals want their winter here. No night is now with hymn or carol blessed. Therefore the moon, the governess of floods, pale in her anger, washes all in the air. The rheumatic diseases do abound, and through the distemperment we see the seasons alter, hoary-headed frosts, far in their fresh lap of the crimson rose, and on old hinds thin and icy crown. An odorous chaplet of sweet summer buds is, as in mockery set, the spring, the summer. The chiding autumn, angry winter change their wanton liveries, and the mazed world, by their increase, now knows what which is which, and in some progeny of evils comes from our debate, for our dissension, we are the parents and original.
Do you amend it then? It lies in you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg for a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairy land buys not the child of me. His mother was a votress of my order, and, in the spiced Indian air by night, full often has she gossiped by my side, and sat with me on Neptune's yellow sands, marking the embarked trader on the flood. When we have laughed to see the sails conceive, and grow big-bellied with the wanton wind, which she, with pretty and with swimming gait, following, her womb then rich with my young squire would imitate, and sat upon the land, to fetch me trifles, and return again, as from a voyage rich with merchandise, but she, being mortal, of that boy did die. And for her sake do I rear up her boy, and for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance till Theseus's wedding day, and you will patiently dance in our round, and see our moonlight revels go with us. If not, shun me, I will spare your haunts.
Give me that boy, and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairies, away! We shall chow downright, if I longer stay.
Well, go thy way. Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. My gentle Puck, come hither. Thou rememberest since once I sat upon a promontory, and heard a mermaid on a dolphin's back, uttering such dulcet and harmonious breath, that the rude sea grew civil at her song, and certain stars shot madly from their spears to hear the sea maid's music.
I remember.
That very time I saw, but thou couldst not, flying between the cold moon and the earth, Cupid, all armed, a certain aim he took at a fair vestal throned by the west, and loosed his love shaft smartly from his bow, as it should pierce 100,000 hearts. But I might see young Cupid's fiery shaft quenched in the chaste beams of the watery moon, and the imperial votaress passed on, in maiden meditation, fancy free. Yet marked I where the bolt of Cupid fell. It fell upon a little western flower, before milk white, now purple with love's wound. And maidens call it love in idleness. Fetch me that flower, the herb I shewed thee once, the juice of it on sleeping eyelids laid, will make a man or woman madly dote upon the next live creature that it sees. Fetch me this herb, and be thou here again, ere the Leviathan can swim a league.
I'll put a girdle round the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania when she is asleep, and drop the liquor of it in her eyes. The next thing then she waking looks upon, be it on lion, bear, or wolf, or bull, on meddling monkey, or on busy ape, she shall pursue it with the soul of love. And ere I take this charm from off her sight, as I can take it with another herb, I'll make her render up her page to me. But who comes here? I am invisible, and I will overhear their conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fail Hermia? The one I'll slay, the one other slayeth me. Thou toldst me thy were stolen unto this wood, and here am I, and woed within this wood, because I cannot meet my Hermia. Hence, get thee gone, and follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant, but yet you not draw iron, for my heart is true as steel. I leave you power to draw, and yet you have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or rather, do I not in plainest truth tell you I do not nor I cannot love you?
And even for that, do I love you the more. I am your spaniel, Demetrius. The more you beat me, I will fawn on you. Use me but as your spaniel, spurn me, strike me, neglect me, lose me. Only give me leave, unworthy as I am. Follow you. What worser place can I beg in your love, and yet a place of high respect with me, than to be used as you use your dog?
Not too much the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I do look on thee. Bleh!
And I am sick when I look not on you.
You do impeach your modesty too much. To leave the city and commit yourself into the hands of one that loves you not, to trust the opportunity of night and the ill counsel of a desert place with the rich worth of your virginity?
Your virtue is my privilege, for that it is not night when I see your face. Therefore I think I am not in the night, nor doth this wood lack the worlds of company. For you, in my respect, are all the world. Then how can it be said I am alone, when the world is here to look on me?
I'll run from thee and hide me in the brakes, and leave thee to the mercy of the wild beasts.
The wild hast not a heart as you. Run when you will, the story shall be changed. Apollo flies, and the Daphne holds the chase. The dove pursues the griffin, the mild hind makes speed to catch the tiger, bootless speed, when cowardice pursues and valor flies.
I will not stay thy questions. Let me go, or if thou follow me, do not believe, but I shall do thee mischief in the wood.
Aye, in the temple, in the town, the field, you do me mischief. Fie, Demetrius, your wrongs do set a scandal on my sex. We cannot fight for love as men do. We should be as wooed, and were made not to woo. I'll follow thee, and make a heaven of hell, to die upon the hand I love so well.
Fare thee well, nymph, ere he do leave this grove. Thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Hast thou the flower there? Welcome, wanderer.
Aye, there it is.
I pray thee, give it to me. I know a bank where the wild thyme blows, where oxlips and nodding violet grows. Quiet, over canopied with luscious woodbine, with sweet musk roses and with elm and thyme. There sleeps Titania some time of the night. Lulled in these flowers with dances and delight, and there the snake throws her enameled skin, weed wide enough to wrap a fairy in. And with the juices of this I'll streak her eyes, and make her full of hateful fantasies. Take thou some of it, and seek through this grove. A sweet Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do it when the next thing he espies may be the lady. Thou shalt know the man by the Athenian garments he hath on. Effect it with some care, that he may prove more fond on her than she upon her love. And look thou meet me ere the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord, your servant shall do you so.
Come, now a roundel, and a fairy song then, for the third part of a minute hence. Some to kill cankers and the musk rose buds, some war with rear mice for their leathering wings, to make us small elves' coats, and some keep back the clamorous owl, the nightly hoots and wonders, at our quaint spirits. Sing me now asleep, then to your offices, and let me rest.
You spotted snakes with double tongue, thorny hedge knocks to be seen. Newts and blind words do no wrong, come not near our fairy queen. Philomel with melody, singing our sweet lullaby. La 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 lullaby. La 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 lullaby. Never harm, no spell, nor charm, come our lovely nigh. So good night with lullaby. Weaving spiders come not here, hence you long-legged spinners hence. Beetles black, nor are a predge, nor worms shall nor do no offence. Willamel with melody see, singing our sweet lullaby. La 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 lullaby. La 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 lullaby. Hence, away, now all is well. One aloof stands sentinel.
What thou seest when thou dost wake, do it for thy true love take. Love and languish for his sake. Be it ounce or cat or bear, hard or boar with bristled hair, in thy eye that shall appear when thou wakest, it is thy dear. Wake when some vile thing.
Fair love, you faint with wandering in the wood, and speak troth, I forgot our way. Will rest us, Hermia, if you think it's good, and tarry for the comfort of day.
Be it so, Lysander, find you out of bed, for I upon this bank will rest my head.
One turf shall serve as pillow for us both. One heart, one bed, two bosoms, and one troth.
Nay, good Lysander, for my sake, my dear, lie further off yet. Do not lie so near.
Oh, take that sense, sweet of my innocence. Love takes the meaning in love's conference. I mean, that my heart upon yours is knit, so that one heart can we make of it, two bosoms interchanged with an oath, and then two bosoms on a single troth. Then by your side no bedroom me deny, for lying so, Hermia, I do not lie.
Lysander riddles very prettily. Now much beshrew my manners and my pride, if Hermia meant to say Lysander lied. But, gentle friend, for love and courtesy, lie further off in human modesty. Such separation, as may well be said, becomes a virtuous bachelor and a maid. So far be distant, and good night, sweet friend. Thy love ne'er alter till thy sweet life end.
Amen, amen to that fair pray, say I. And then end life when I end loyalty. Here is my bed, sleep given me, all thy of his rest.
With half that wish thy wisher's eyes be pressed.
Through the forest I have gone, but Athenian found I none, for whose eyes I might approve this flower's force in stirring love, night and silence. Who is here? Oh, weeds of Athens he doth wear. I think he, as master said, despised the Athenian maid, and here the maiden, sleeping sound on the dank dirty ground. Pretty soul, she durst not lie near this lack love, this kill courtesy. Churl, upon thy eyes I throw all the power of this charm. Doth O, when thou wakest, let love forbid sleep his seat on thy eyelids. So awake when I am gone, for I must now go to Oberon.
Stay, though thou kill me, sweet Demetrius.
I charge thee hence, and do not haunt me thus.
Oh, wilt thou, darkening, leave me? Do not so.
Stay, on thy peril I alone will go.
Oh, oh, I am out of breath in this fond chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Hermia, wherever she lies, for hath blessed his attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright? Not with salt tears. If so, my eyes are ofter washed than hers. No, no, I am ugly as a bear, for beasts that meet me run away for fear. Therefore, no marvel though Demetrius do as a monster flies my presence thus. What wicked a dissembling glass of mine! He made me compare with Hermia's fiery eyne. But who is here? Lysander, on the ground. Made me, dead or asleep? I see no blood, no wound. Lysander, if you live, good sir, awake.
What? And run through fire I will for thee, sweet sake. Transparent Helena, nature shows art, that thou thy bosom make me see thy heart. Where is Demetrius? Oh, how fit a word in that vile name to perish on my sword.
Do not say so, Lysander. Say not so. What though he love for your Hermia? Lord, what though? Yet Hermia still loves you. Then be content.
Ah, content with Hermia? No, I do repent. The tedious minutes I have hath spent. Not Hermia, but Helena I love. Who will not change a raven for a dove? The will of man is by his reason swayed, and reason says you are the worthier maid. Things growing are not ripe until they season, so I, being young, till now ripe, not to reason. And touching now the point of human skill, reasons become the marshals to my will, and lead me to your eyes where'er I look, love stories written in love's richest book.
Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? When your hands did I deserve this scorn? 'Tis not enough, is not enough, young man, that I did ever, no, nor never can, deserve a sweet look from Demetrius's eye. But must you flaunt my insufficiency? Good troth, you do me wrong, good sooth, you do, in such disdain, manner me to woo. But fare you well, perforce I must confess, I thought you lord more of a true gentleness. Oh, that a lady, of one man refused, rather of another, than therefore be abused.
She sees not Hermia. Hermia, sleep down there. And never mayest thou come Lysander near, for a surferist of the sweetest things, the deepest loathing to the stomach brings, or as ties hair seas that men do leave, are hated most of those that did deceive. So thou, my surefirest of my heresy, of all be hated, but the most of me, and of my powers, address your love and might, to honor Helena and be her knight!
Help me! Lysander, help me! Do thy best to pluck this crawling serpent from my breast. Ay me, for pity! What a dream was here! Lysander, look how I do quake with fear. Methought a serpent eat my heart away, and you sat smiling at his cruel prey. Lysander, what removed? Lysander, Lord! What, out of hearing? Gone? No sound, no word? Alack, where are you? Speak, and if you hear, speak of all loves. I swoon almost with fear. No? And I will perceive you all not nigh, either death or I'll find immediately.
Are we all met?
Pat, Pat, and here's a marvelous convenient place for our rehearsal. This green plot shall be our stage, this hawthorn brake our tiring house, and we will do it in action as we will do it before the Duke.
Peter Quince.
What sayest thou, Bully Bottom?
There are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
By Lockin, a parlous fear. I believe we must leave the killing out when all is done.
Not to wit, I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue, and let the prologue seem to say we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed, and for more better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom, the weaver. This will put them all out of fear.
Well, we will have such a prologue, and it shall be written in 8 and 6.
No. Make it 2 more. It shall be written in 8 and 8.
Will not the ladies be afraid of the lion? I fear it, I promise you.
Masters, you ought to consider with yourselves to bring in, God shield us, a lion among ladies is a most dreadful thing, for there is not a more fearful wild fowl than your lion living, and we ought to look to it.
Therefore, another prologue must tell he is not a lion.
Nay, you must name his name, and half his face must be seen through the lion's neck, and he himself must speak through saying thus, or to the same defect, ladies, or fair ladies, I wish to you, or I would request to you, or I would entreat you not to fear, not to tremble, my life for yours. If you think I come hither as a lion, it were pity of my life. Now, I am no such thing. I am a man as other men are. And there indeed let him name his name and tell them plainly he is just Snug the joiner.
Well, it shall be so, but there is 2 hard things. That is, to bring the moonlight into a chamber, for you know Pyramus and Thisbe meet by moonlight.
Doth the moon shine the night we play in our play?
A calendar, look in the almanac. Find out moonshine.
Yes, it doth shine that night.
Why, then may you leave a casement of the great chamber window where we play open, and the moon may shine in it at the casement.
Aye, or else one must come in with a bush of thorns and a lantern, and say he comes to disfigure or to present the person of moonshine. Then there is another thing. We must have a wall in the great chamber, for Pyramus and Thisbe says the story did talk through the chink of a wall.
You can never bring in a wall. What say you, Bottom?
Some man or other must represent the wall, and let him have some plaster or some loam or some rough cast about him to signify wall, and let him hold his fingers thus. And through that cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
If that may be, then all is well. Come, sit down, every mother's son, and rehearse your parts. Pyramus, you begin. When you have spoken your speech, enter to that break, and so everyone according to his cue.
What happens, homespun have we swaggering here? So near the cradle of the fairy queen? What, a play towards? I'll be the auditor, an actor too, perhaps, if I see cause.
Speak! Pyramus, Thisbe, stand forth!
Thisbe, the flowers of odious savors sweet.
Odors, odors.
Odors, savors sweet. So hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe dear. And hark, a voice. Stay thou and hear a while, and by I will thee appear. A stranger Pyramus than e'er played here.
Must I speak now?
Aye, Mary, you must, for you must understand he goes but to see a noise that he heard and is to come again.
Most radiant Pyramus, most lily white of hue, of color like the red rose on triumphant briar, most brisky juvenile, and eke most lovely, as truest horse that yet would never tire. I'll meet thee, Pyramus, at Ninny's tomb.
Ninny's tomb, man. Why you must not speak that yet, that you answer to Pyramus, you speak all your part at once. Cues and all, Pyramus enter. Your cue is past. It is never tire.
As truest horse that yet would never tire.
And if I were fair lady Thisbe, I were only thine.
Oh, monstrous! Oh, strange! We are haunted! Pray, masters, fly! Masters, help!
I will follow you. I'll lead you around through bog, through bush, through brake, through briar. Sometimes a horse I'll be, sometimes a hound, a hog, a headless bear, sometimes a fire, and neigh and bark and grunt and roar and burn like a horse, a hound, a hog, a bear, fire at every turn. Huh? Why do they run away? This is knavery of them to make me afraid.
Oh, Bottom, thou art changed. What do I see on thee?
What do you see? You see an ass head of your own, do you?
Ah!
Bless thee, Bottom! Bless thee, thou art translated!
I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me, to fright me if they could. But I will not stir from this place. Do what they can. I will walk up and down here. I will sing, and they shall hear that I am not afraid. The ooselcock, so black of hue, with orange twangy bill, the throstle of his note so true, the wren with little quill.
What angel wakes me from my flowery bed?
The finch, the sparrow, and the lark, the plain song cuckoo grey, whose notes full of many man doth mark, and dares not to answer nay. For indeed, who would set his wits to be so foolish? A bird! Who would give a bird the lie? Through he cried, cuckoo never so.
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamoured of thy note. So is mine eye enthralled to thy shape. And thy fair virtues perforce doth move me. On the first view to say, to swear, I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you should have little reason for that. And yet, to say the truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays. The more the pity that some honest neighbors will not make them friends. Nay, I can gleek upon occasion.
Thou art wise, as thou art beautiful.
Not so, neither, but if I had wit enough to get out of this wood, I'd have enough to serve mine own turn.
Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here, whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common rate. The sun still doth tend upon my state, and I do love thee, therefore go with me. I give thee fairies to attend on thee, and they shall fetch thee jewels from the deep, and sing while thou on pressed flowers dost sleep. And I will purge thy mortal grossness so, that thou shalt like an aquarius spirit go. Peas bottom, cobweb, mustard seed.
Ready?
And I.
Where shall we go now?
Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his walks and gambol in his eyes. Feed him with apricots and dewberries, with purple grapes, green figs, and mulberries. The honey bags steal from the humble bees, and from the night tapers crop their waxen thighs, and light them in a fiery glowworm's eyes. To have my love, to bed and to arise, and pluck the wings from painted butterflies, to fan the moonbeams from his sleeping eyes. Nod to him, elves, and do him courtesies.
Hail, mortal.
Hail.
Hail.
I cry your worship's mercy heartily. I beseech your worship's name.
Cobweb.
I shall desire you for more acquaintance, good Master Cobweb. If I cut my finger, I shall make bold with you. Your name, honest gentleman?
Peas bottom.
I pray you commend me to Mistress Squash, your mother, and to Master Peascod, your father. Good Master Peas Blossom, I shall desire you of more acquaintance too. Your name, I beseech you, sir.
Mustard seed.
Good Master Mustard Seed, I know your patience well. That same cowardly, giant-like ox beef hath devoured many a gentleman of your house. I promise your kindred had made my eyes water ere now. I desire your more acquaintance, good Master Mustard Seed.
Come, wait upon him, lead him to my bower. The moon, methinks, looks with a watery eye. And when else she weeps, weeps every little flower, lamenting some enforced chastity. Tie up my lover's tongue, bring him silently.
I wonder if Titania be awake. Then what it was that came near in her eye, which she must dote on in extremity. Ah, here comes my messenger. How now, mad spirit? What a night rule now and about this haunted grove?
My mistress, with a monster, is in love. near to her close and consecrated bower, while she was in her dull and sleeping hour. A crew of patches, rude mechanicals that work for bread upon Athens' stalls, were met together to rehearse a play intended for great Theseus' nuptial day. The shallowest thick skin of that barren sort, who Pyramus presented in their sport, forsook his scene and entered in a break, when I did him at this advantage take. An ass's knoll I fixed on his head. Anon his Thesby must be answered, and forth my mimics come, when they spy him, and wild geese that have creeped fowler's eye, or russet's past cause, many a sort, rising and cawing at the gun's report, sever themselves and madly sweep the sky, so at his sight away his fellows fly, and at our stamp, here o'er and o'er on falls, he murder cries, and helps from Athenian calls. Their sense thus weak, lost with their fears thus strong, made senseless things begin to do them wrong. For beers and thorns at their apparel snatch, from sleeves some hats, from yielders all things catch. I led them on this distracted fear, and left sweet Pyramus translated there. When in that moment it came to pass, Titania waked and straight up loved an ass.
This falls out better than I could devise. But hast thou yet latched the Athenian's eyes? With the love juice, as I did bid thee do.
I took him sleeping, that is finished too, and the Athenian woman by his side, that when he walked, of force she must be eyed.
Stand close, this is the same Athenian.
This is the woman, but this is not the man.
Oh, why rebuke you him that loves you so? Lay breath so bitter on your bitter foe.
Now I but chide, but I should use these worse. For thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain Lysander in his sleep, being o'er shoes in blood, plunge in the deep, and kill me too. The sun was not so true unto the day, as he to me would he have stolen away. From sleeping Hermia, I'll believe as soon this whole earth may be bored, and that the moon may through the center creep, and so displease her brother's noontide with Antipodes. It cannot be but thou hast murdered him, so should a murderer look, so dead, so grim.
So should the murdered look, and so should I, pierced through the heart with your stern cruelty. Yet you, the murderer, look as bright as clear, and yonder Venus in her glimmering sphere.
What's this to my Lysander? Where is he? Ah, good Demetrius, wilt thou give me him?
I had rather give his carcass to my hounds.
Out, dog! Out, beast! Thou drivest me past the bounds of maiden's patience. Hast thou slain him then? Henceforth be never numbered among men? Oh, once tell true, even for my sake. Durst thou have looked upon him being awake, and hast thou killed him sleeping? O brave touch! Could not a worm, an adder, do so much? An adder did it, for with doubler tongue than thine, thou serpent, never adder stung.
You spend your passion on a misprized mood. I am not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead, for aught that I can tell.
I pray thee, tell me then that he is well?
And if I could, what should I get therefore?
A privilege never to see me more, and from thy hated presence part I so. See me no more, whether he be dead or no.
There is no following her in this fierce vein. Here therefore for a while I will remain. So sorrow's heaviness doth heavier grow, for debt that bankrupt sleep doth sorrow owe, which now in some slight measure it will pay, if for this tender here I make some stay. Ah.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love's sight. Of thy misprison must perforce ensue some true love turned, and not a false turned true.
Then fate o'errules that one man holding the troth, a million flail confounded oath and oath.
About the woods go swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens look thou find. All fancy sick she is, and pale of cheer, with sighs of love that cost the fresh blood dear. By some illusion see thou bring her here, I'll charm his eyes against she do appear.
I go. Look how I go. Swifter than an arrow from the Tartar's bow.
Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archery, sink in apple of his eye. When his love he doth espy, let her shine as gloriously as Venus of the sky. When thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Captain of our fairy band, Helena is here at hand, and the youth mistook by me, pleading for a lover's fee. Shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be!
Stand aside. The noise they make will cause Demetrius to wake.
Then will two at once woo one. That must need be sport alone, and those things do best please me that befall preposterously.
Why should you think that I woo in scorn? Scorn and derision never come in tears. Look, when I vow, I weep and vow so born. In the nativity all truths appear. How can these things in me seem scorn to you, bearing the badge of faith to prove them true?
You do advance your cunning more and more, when truth kills truth, O devilish, holy fray! These vows are Hermia's, will you give her o'er? Weigh oath with oath, and you will nothing weigh. Your vows to her and me, to put into scales, will even weigh, and both as light as tails.
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
Nor none, in my mind. Now you give her oath.
Demetrius loves her, and he loves you not.
Oh, Helena, goddess, nymph, perfect, divine! To what, my love, shall I compare thine eyne? Crystal is muddy, oh, how ripe in snow thy lips, those kissing cherries tempting grow, that pure congealed wine, high Taurus snow, fanned with the eastern wind, turns to a crow. When thou hold'st up my hand, oh, let me kiss this princess of pure white, this seal of bliss.
Oh spite, oh hell, I see you are all bent to set against me for your merriment. If you were civil and knew courtesy, you would not do me thus such injury. Can you not hate me, as I know you do, but must join in souls to mock me too? If you were men, as men are in show, you would not use a gentle lady so, to vow and swear and superpraise my parts, when I am sure you hate me with all your hearts. You both are rivals, and love Hermia, and now both rivals to mock Helena. A trim exploit, a manly enterprise, to conjure tears up in a poor maid's eyes. With your derision, none of noble sort, would so offend a virgin, and extort a poor fool's patience, and all to make you sport.
You are unkind, Demetrius. Be not so. For you love Hermia. This you know, I know. And here, with all goodwill, and with all my heart, in Hermia's love, I yield you up my part, and yours of Helena to me bequeath, who I'm do love, and will do till my death.
Never did mockers waste more idle breath.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia. Pugh, I will none. If e'er I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to her but as guest-wise sojourned, and now to Helena is it home returned, there to remain.
Helena, it is not so.
Disparage not the faith thou dost not know, lest to thy peril thou abide but it dear. Look, where thy love comes, yonder is thy dear.
Dark night, that from the eye has his function takes, the ear more quick of apprehension makes, wherein it doth impair the seeing sense, it pays the hearing double recompense. Thou art not by mine ear, Lysander, found, mine ear I thank it brought me to thy sound. But why unkindly didst thou leave me so?
Why should he stay, whom love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love that would not let him bide. Fair Helena, who more englades the night than ye of fairy os and eyes of light. Why seekest thou me? Could that thee know that I hate bear they made thee love thee so?
You speak not as you think, it cannot be.
Lo, she is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive they have conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid, have you conspired with these contrived to bait me this foul derision? Is all the counsel that we two have shared, the sisters' vows, the hours we have spent, and when we chide the hasty-footed time for parting us, oh, is it all forgot? All school days' friendship, childhood innocence? We, Hermia, like two artificial gods, have our needles created both one flower, both one sampler, sitting on one cushion, both warbling of one song, both in one key, as our hands, our sides, voices and minds had been incomplete, incorporate. We both grow together, like a double cherry, seeming parted, yet an union impartition. Two lovely berries molded on one stem, so will seeming bodies, but one heart. Two of the first, like coats in heraldry, do but one and crowned with no crest. Will you rent our ancient love asunder? To join men in a scorning your poor friend is not friendly, 'tis not maidenly. Our sex, as well as I, may chide you for it, though alone do feel the injury.
I am amazed at your passionate words. I scorn you not. It seems that you scorn me.
Have you not set Lysander, as in scorn, to follow me and praise my eyes and face? And made your other love, Demetrius, who can now but spurn me with his foot, call me goddess, nymph, divine and rare, precious and celestial? Therefore speaks he this to her he hates, and therefore doth Lysander deny your love so rich within his soul? Tender me, forsooth, affection, but by setting on, by your consent? What thought? I be not so in grace as you, so hung up upon love, so fortunate, but miserable most, to most unloved? This you should pity rather than despise.
I understand not what you mean by this.
A, do preserver, counterfeit sad looks, make mouths upon me when I turn my back, wink at each other, hold the sweet jest up. This sport, well carried, shall be chronicled. If you have any pity, grace, or manners, you would not make such an argument. But fare ye well, 'tis partly my own fault, which death or abstinence soon shall remedy.
Stay gentle, Helena. Hear my excuses. My love, my life, my soul, fair Helena.
Oh, excellent.
Sweet, do not scorn her so.
He cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she entreat. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Helena, I love thee. Be my life, I do. I swear but that which I lose for thee, to prove him false and say that he loves not thee.
I say I love thee more than he can do.
If thou say so, withdraw and prove it true.
Quick, come.
Lysander, whereto tends all this?
Away, you Ethiop.
No, he'll seem to break loose. Take on as you would follow, but yet come not. You are a tame man. Go!
Hang off, thou cat, thou burr vile thing. Let loose, or I will shake thee from me like a serpent.
Why are you grown so rude? What change is this, sweet love?
Thy love, out, taunty totter, out, out, loathed medicine, hated poison, hence.
Do you not jest?
Yes, sooth, and so do you.
Demetrius, I will keep my word with thee.
I would I had your bond, for I perceive a weak bond holds you. I'll not trust your word.
What, should I hurt her, strike her, kill her dead? Although I hate her, I will not harm her so.
What can you do me greater harm than hate? Hate me, wherefore? O me, what news? My love, am I not Hermia? Are you not Lysander? I am as fair now as I was erewhile. Since night you loved me, yet since night you left me, why then you left me? Of the gods forbid. In earnest shall I say?
I, by my life, and never did desire to see thee more. Therefore, be out of hope, of question, of doubt. Be certain, nothing truer. 'Tis no jest, that I do hate thee, and love Helena.
Oh me, you juggler, you canker blossom, you thief of love. What have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from me? And
Fine, I faith. Have you no modesty, no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? What, will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie! Fie! You counterfeit! You puppet, you!
puppet? Why so? That way goes the game. Now I perceive that she hath made compare between our statures. She hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, her height forsooth, she hath prevailed with him. And are you grown so high in this esteem, because I am so dwarfous and so low? How low am I, thou painted maypole? Speak, how low am I? I am not yet so low, but that my nails can reach unto thine eyes.
I pray you, though you mock me, gentlemen, let her not hurt me. I was never cursed. I have no gift of all shrewdness. I am right made for my cowardice. Let her not strike me. You perhaps may think, because she is something lower than myself, that I can match her?
Lower? Hark again.
Good Hermia, do not be so bitter with me. I evermore did love you, Hermia. Did I ever counsel, never wronged you? Save that. In love unto Demetrius, I told him of your stealth unto this wood. He followed you. For love I followed him. But he hath chid me, hence he threatened me, to strike me, spurn me, nay, to kill me too. And now you will let me go quiet go? Athens will bear my folly back, and follow you no further. Let me go. You will see how simple I am, how fond I am.
Why get you gone? Who is that hinders you?
A foolish heart that I leave here behind.
What, with Lysander?
With Demetrius.
Be not afraid. She shall not harm thee, Helena.
No, sir, she shall not, though you take her part.
Oh, when she's angry, she's keen and shrewd. She's a vixen when she went to school, and though she be but little, she is fierce.
Little again? Nothing but low and little? Why will you suffer her to flout me thus? Let me come to her.
Get you gone, you dwarf, you minimus, of hindering not grass made, you bead, you acorn.
You are too officious. In her behalf that scorns your services, let her alone. Speak not of Helena, take not her part, for, if thou dost intend never so little show of love to her, thou shalt abye it.
Now she holds me not. Now follow, if thou darest, to try whose right of thine of mine is most in Helena.
Follow, nay, I'll go with thee, cheek by jowl.
You, mistress, all this coil is long of you. Nay, go not back.
I will not trust you. I nor longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands than mine are quicker for a fray. My legs are longer, though, to run away.
I am amazed, and know not what to say.
This is thy negligence. Still thou mistakest, or else committest thy knaveries wilfully.
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook. Did not you tell me that I would know the man based on the Athenian garments be had on? And so far blameless provides my enterprise that I have anointed an Athenian's eyes. And so far I am glad it so did sort, as their jangling I esteem a sport.
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight. I, therefore, Robin, overcast the night. The starry welkin cover thou anon with drooping fog as black as Acheron, and lead these testy rivals so astray as one come not within another's way. Like two Lysander sometime frame thy tongue, then stir Demetrius up with bitter wrong. And sometime rail thou like Demetrius, and from each other look thou lead them thus, till o'er their brows death counterfeiting sleep, with leaden legs and batty wings to creep, then crush this herb into Lysander's eye, whose liquor hath this virtuous property, to take from thence all error with his might, and make his eyeballs roll with wonted sight. When they next awake, all this derision shall seem a dream and fruitless vision, and back to Athens shall the lovers wend, with league whose date till death shall never end. Whiles I in this affair do thee employ, I'll to my queen and beg her Indian boy, and then I will her charmed eye release from monsters' view, and all things shall be peace.
My fairy lord, this must be done with haste, for night's swift dragons cut clouds full fast, and yonder shines Aurora's harbinger, at whose approach ghosts wandering here and there, troops home to churchyards, damn spirits all, that in crossways and floods have burial, already to their wormy beds are gone, for fear lest day should look their shames upon, they wilfully themselves exile from light, and must for aye consort with black-browed night.
But we are spirits of another sort. I with the morning's love have oft made sport, and like a forester the groves made friend, even till the eastern gate all fiery red, opening on Neptune with fair blessed beams, turns into yellow gold his salt green streams. But notwithstanding haste, make no delay, we must effect this business yet ere day.
Up and down, I will lead them up and down. I am feared in the field and town, goblin, lead them up and down. Ooh, here comes one.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak thou now!
Here, villain drawn and ready. Where art thou?
I will be with thee straight.
Follow me then to plainer ground.
Lysander, speak again. Thou runaway, thou coward, art thou fled? Speak, in some bush? Where dost thou hide thy head?
Thou coward, art thou bragging to the stars? Tell the bushes that thou lookest for wars, and wilt not come? Come, recant, come, thou child, I'll whip thee with a rod. He is defiled that draws the sword on thee.
Hey, art thou there?
Follow my voice, we'll try no manhood here.
He goes before me, and still dares not me on. When I come where he calls, then he is gone. The villain is much lighter heeled than I. I followed fast, but faster he did fly. That followed am I dark, uneven way. Oh, and here will rest me. Come thou gentle day, for it be one thou show me the grey light. I'll find Demetrius and revenge this spite.
Ho, ho, coward, why comest thou not?
Abide be, if thou darest, for well I wot thou runnest before me, shifting every place, and darest not stand, nor look me in the face. Where art thou now?
Come hither, I am here.
Oh, nay then, thou mockest me. Thou shalt buy this dear, if ever I thy face by daylight see. Now, go thy way. Faintness constraineth me to measure out my length on this cold bed. By day's approach, look to be visited.
O weary night, O long and tedious night, abate thy hour, shrine comforts from the east, that I may look back to Athens by daylight. For these may be my poorest company detests, and sleep, that sometimes shuts up sorrow's eye, steal me away a while from my own company.
Yet but three? Come one more. Two of both kinds makes four. Oh, here she comes, cursed and sad. Cupid's this knavish lad, thus to make poor females mad.
Never so weary, never so in woe, bedabbled with the dew and torn with briars. I can no further crawl, no further go. My legs can keep no pace with my desires. Here will I rest me till the break of day. Heaven shield Lysander, if they mean a fray.
On the ground, sleeping sound. I'll apply to their eye gentle lover remedy. When thou wakest, thou takest true delight in sight of thy former lady's eye, in the country proverb known that every man should take his own. In your waking shall be shown, Jack shall have Jill, naught shall go ill. The man shall have his mare again, and all shall be well.
Thank you, everyone. We're going to take a 5-minute intermission. Please go get snacks, enjoy yourself, and we will be back in 5 minutes. Thank you. Intermission. See you all in 5. Hope you're enjoying the show. Alrighty.
Oh, I got 5 minutes. Okay. All right. Stretch my legs. Hey, you guys liking the show? Oh, okay. Just gonna stretch it out. Yeah. See if they have any concessions over here. The concessions? You guys closed? Oh, dang it. Okay. Maybe there's some on the other side. I don't know. Let's walk across. Oh. All right. Well, I guess you like the show? You a Shakespeare fan? No, nothing. Okay. I guess I'll just go back to my seat. Right. I'll just sit quietly. Where's my phone? Ah, shit! I lost my phone. I'll just wait. Nothing to do. Oh, where's it? Do I know anybody here? Have any friends? I don't recognize anybody. Yeah, alright. Guess we're waiting. Let me get my seat. There we go. Alright. I guess I'll wait. Man, 5 minutes is much longer than I thought. Let's see. What are we gonna do? Maybe I'll try to sneak on stage. See if anyone will stop me. No one saying anything. Oh,
Who goes
shit,
there?
fuck. Nothing. Sorry.
What the bloody hell is happening?
Nothing. Sorry.
Stay in your seats.
Sorry.
Wanker.
It's nice to meet you. Okay. Oh, Jesus. I've never had Johnny Depp and Barbara Streisand yell at me at the same time. God damn. All right. Just gonna wait here. It's gotta be 5 minutes, right? All right. I wish any of these people would talk to me. They're too snooty. I'm not gonna announce it as loud this time, but I'm gonna try to sneak on stage again. They can't stop me twice. Tis no blow.
Right there. Hold it right there. Get off the stage.
No, we're kicking you out. Get out of here.
No, sorry.
Get out of here.
Show us your tickets.
No, I have a ticket. Look, it's right here. Look, I got it.
All right, we'll let you off with one more warning.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to my seat. I'm so sorry. Okay, here
If you try it one more time, you're out of here.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No funny business.
Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, God, they're so British. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna wait. Alright. Alright. God, it has to be 5 minutes. It has to be. It's just gotta be. Oh. And the audience applause. Okay. Alright, let's start.
Come, sit thee down upon this flowery bed, while I thy amiable cheeks do coy, and stick mock roses in thy sleet smooth head, and kiss thy fair large ears, my gentle joy.
Where's Peas Blossom?
Ready!
Scratch my head, Peas Blossom. Where's Monsieur Cobweb?
Ready?
Monsieur Cobweb, good Monsieur, get you your weapons in hand, and kill me a red-hipped humble bee on the top of the thistle. And good Monsieur, bring me the honey bag. Do not fret yourself too much in this action, Monsieur, and take good, Monsieur, have a care the honey bag not break. I would be loath to have you overflown with a honey bag, Signor. Where's Monsieur Mustard Seed?
Ready?
Give me your neef, Monsieur Mustard Seed. Pray you, leave your courtesy, good Monsieur.
What's your will?
Nothing, good Monsieur, but to help Calvary Cobweb to scratch. I must be barbers, Monsieur, for methinks I'm marvelously hairy about the face. I am such a tender ass. If my hair do but tickle me, I must scratch.
What? Wilt thou hear some music, my sweet love?
I have a reasonably good ear for music. Let's have the tongs and the bones.
Or say, sweet love, wilt thou desirous to eat?
Truly, a peck of provender. I could munch your good dry oats. Methinks I have a great desire to a bottle of hay. Good hay, sweet hay, hath no fellow.
I am venturous fairy that shall seek the squirrel's hoard and fetch thee new nuts.
I had rather have a handful or two of dried peas, but I pray you let none of your people stir me. I have an exposition of sleep come upon me.
Sleep thou, I will wind thee in my arms. Fairies, begone, and be always. So doth the woodbine thy sweet honeysuckle, gently it twist the female ivy so, in rings the barky fingers of the elm. Oh, how I love thee, how I dote on thee.
Welcome, good Robin. Seest thou this sweet sight? Her dotage now I do begin to pity, for meeting her of late behind the wood, seeking sweet favours from this hateful fool. I did unbraid her and fall out with her, for she his hairy temples then had rounded with a coronet of fresh and fragrant flowers, and that same dew which sometime on the buds was wont to swell like round and orient pearls, stand now within the pretty floweret's eyes, like tears that did their own disgrace bewail, when I had at my pleasure taunted her, and she in mild terms begged my patience. I then did ask of her her changeling child, which straight she gave me, and her fairies sent to bear him to my bower in fairyland.
And now I have the boy, I will undo this hateful imperfection on her eyes. And, gentle Puck, take this transformed scalp from off the head of this Athenian swain, that he, awakening when the other do, may all to Athens back again repair, and think no more on this night's accidents, but as the fierce vexation of a dream. But first I will release my fairy queen. Be as thou wast wont to be, see as thou wast wont to see. Dian's bud or Cupid's flower hath such force and blessed power. Now, my Titania, wake you, my sweet queen.
My, Oberon, what visions have I seen? Methought I was enamored of an ass.
There lies your love.
Oh, how come these things to pass? Oh, how mine eyes do loathe his visage now!
Silence a while. Robin, take off this head. Titania, music call, and strike more dead. Then come and sleep of all these five the sense.
Music, oh, music is such a charmeth sleep.
Now, when thou wakest, with thine own fool's eyes peep.
Sound music. Come, my queen, take hands with me, and rock the ground whereupon these sleepers be. Now thou and I are new in amity, and will tomorrow midnight solemnly dance in Duke Theseus's house triumphantly, and bless it to all fair prosperity. There shall the pairs of faithful lovers be, wedded with Theseus, all in jollity.
Fairy king, attend and mark, I do hear the morning lark.
Then, my queen, in silence sad, trip we after this night's shade, when the globe can compass soon, swifter than the wandering moon.
Come, my lord, and in our flight, tell me how it came this night, that I was sleeping here were found, with these mortals on the ground.
Go, one of you, find a forester, for now our observation is performed, and since we have the varward of the day, my love shall hear the music of my hounds. Uncouple in the western valley, let them go, dispatch I say, find the forester. We will, fair queen, up the mountain's top, and the musical confusion of hounds and echo in conjunction.
It was with the Hercules and Cadmus once, when in a wood of Crete they bade the bear. With hounds of Sparta never did I hear such gallant chiding, for, besides the groves, the skies, the fountains, every region near, seemed all one mutual cry. I never heard so musical a discord, such sweet thunder.
My hounds are bred out of the Spartan kind, so flued, so sanded, and their heads were hung, with ears that swept away the morning dew, quick-kneed and dew-lapped like Thessian bulls, slow in pursuit but matched in mouth like bells, under each, a cry more tunable, was never olaed to, nor cheered with thorn, in Crete, in Sparta, nor in Thessaly. Judge when you are near, but soft. What nymphs are these?
My lord, this is my daughter here asleep, and this Lysander, and this Demetrius, this Helen, and old Nair's Helen. I wonder of their being here together.
No doubt they rose up early to observe the rite of May, and hearing our intent, came here in grace of our solemnity. But speak, Aegeus, it is not the day that Hermia should give her answer of her choice.
It is, my lord.
Go, bid the huntsmen wake them with their horns. Good morrow, friends! Saint Valentine is past. Begin these wood birds but couple now?
Pardon, my lord.
I pray you all, stand up. I know that you two are rival enemies. How comes this gentle concord in the world? That hatred is so far from jealousy. To sleep by hate, and fear no enmity?
My lord, I shall reply amazedly, half sleep, half waking, but as yet I swear, I cannot truly say how I came here. But as I think for truly what I speak, and now do I bethink me, so it is. I came here with Hermia hither. Our intent was to be gone from Athens, where we might, without the peril of Athenian law.
Enough, enough, my lord. You have enough. I beg the law upon his head. They would have stolen away. They would, Demetrius, here thereby to have defeated you and me. You of your wife, and me of my consent that she would be your wife.
My lord, fair Helen told me of their stealth, of this their purpose hither to this wood, and I in fury hither followed them, but, fair Helena, in fancy following me. But by good lord, I wot not by what power, but by some power it is, my love to Hermia, melted as the snow, seems to me now as the remembrance of an idle god, which in my childhood I did dote upon, and all the faith, the virtue of my heart, the object and the pleasure of mine eye, is only Helena. To her, my lord, I was betrothed ere I saw Hermia, but like in sickness did I loathe this food. But, as in health, come to my natural taste. Now I do wish it, love it, long for it, and will forevermore be true to it.
Fair lovers, you are fortunately met. Of this discord we will hear more soon anon. Aegeus, I will overbear your will. For in the temple by and by with us, these couples shall eternally be knit. And for the morning now is something worn. Our purpose haunting shall be set aside. Away with us, Athens, 3 and 3. We will hold a feast in great solemnity. Come, Hippolyta.
These things seem shall and undistinguishable.
Methinks I see these things with parted eye, when everything seems double.
So methinks, and I have found Demetrius like a jewel, mine own, and not mine own.
Are you sure that we are awake? It seems to me that yet we sleep, we dream. Do not you think the Duke was here and bid us follow him?
Yea, and my father.
And Hippolyta.
And he did bid us follow to temple.
Why then, we are awake. Let's follow him, and by the way, let us recount our dreams.
When my cue comes, call me and I will answer. My next is most fair Pyramus. Hi-ho, Peter Quince. Flute the bellow mender. Snout the tinker. Starveling. God, my life stolen hence and left me asleep. I've had the most rare vision. I've had a dream. Past the wit of man to say what dream it was. Man is, but an ass, if he go about to expound this dream. Methought I was... There is no man can tell what. Methought I had... But man is but a patched fool, if he will offer to say what methought I had. The eye of man hath not heard, the ear of man hath not seen, the man's hand is not able to taste, his tongue not to conceive, nor his heart to report what my dream was. I will get Peter Quince to write a ballad of this dream. It shall be called Bottom's Dream, because it hath no bottom, and I will sing it in the latter at the end of the play, before the Duke, Peradventure, to make it more gracious, I shall sing it at her death. Great.
You sent to Bottom's house. Is he come home yet?
He cannot be heard of. Out of doubt, he is transported.
If he come not, then the play is marred. It goes not forward, doth it?
It is not possible. You have not a man in all. Athens is able to discharge Pyramus, but he.
No, he hath simply the best wit of any handicraft man in Athens.
Yea, and the best person too, and he is a very paramour for a sweet voice.
You must say paragon. A paramour is, God bless us, a thing of naught.
Masters, the Duke is coming from the temple, and there's 2 or 3 lords and ladies married. If our spot is gone forward, and our made for men.
Oh, sweet bully bottom, thus hath he lost 6 pence a day during his life. He could not have scraped 6 pence a day, and the Duke had not given him 6 pence a day for playing Pyramus. I'll be hanged. He would have deserved it. 6 pence a day in Pyramus, or nothing.
Where are these lads? Where are these hearts? Oh.
Autumn, oh most courageous day, oh most happy hour!
Masters, I am to discourse wonders, but ask me not for what, for if I tell you I'm no true Athenian, I will tell you everything right as it fell out.
Oh, let us hear, sweet bottom.
Not a word of me. All that I will tell you is that the Duke hath dined. Get your apparel together, good strings to your beards, new ribbons to your pumps. Meet presently at the palace. Every man look o'er his part. For the short and the long is, our play is preferred. In any case, let Thisbe have clean linen, and let not him that play the lion pare his nails, for they shall hang out as the lion's claws. And, most dear actors, eat no onions nor garlic, for we are to utter sweet breath, and do not doubt to hear them say, it is a sweet comedy. No more words, away, go, away!
Hey, bottom! Strange, my Theseus, that these lovers speak of.
More strange than true. I never may believe these antique fables, nor these fairy toys. Lovers and madmen have such seething brains, such shaping fantasies that apprehend more than cool reason ever comprehends. The lunatic, the lover, and the poet are of imagination all compact. One sees more devils than vast hell can hold. That is, the madman, the lover, all as frantic, sees Helen's beauty in a brow of Egypt. The poet's eye, in fine frenzy rolling, doth glance from heaven to earth, from earth to heaven, and as imagination bodies forth the form of things unknown, the poet's pen turns them to shapes and gives to airy nothing a local habitation and a name. Such tricks hath strong imagination, but if it would apprehend some joy, it comprehends some bringer of that joy. Or, in the night, imagining some fear, how easy it is a brush, suppose it a bear.
To all the story of the night told over, and all their minds transfigured so together. More witnesseth than fantasy's imaginations, and grows to something of great constancy. But howsoever strange and admirable.
Here comes the lovers, full of joy and mirth.
Oh.
Ah, joy, gentle friends, joy and fresh days of love accompany our hearts.
More than to us, wait in your royal walks, your board, and your bed.
Come now, what masks, what dance shall we have? To wear away this long age of 3 hours between after supper and bedtime? Where is our usual manager of mirth? What revels are in hand? Is there no play to ease the anguish of a touring hour? Call Philostrate.
Here, mighty Theseus.
Say, what arrangement have you for this evening? What mask, what music? How shall we beguile the lazy time, if not with some delight?
There is a brief. There is a brief. How many sports are ripe? Make choice of which your highness will see first.
The battle with the centaurs to be sung by an Athenian eunuch to the harp. Well, none of that. I've told my love in glory my kinsman Hercules. Let's see. The riot of the tipsy Benacles, tearing the Thracian singer in their rage. That is an old device, and it was played when I was Thebes' last came conqueror. The thrice three muses mourning for the death of learning, late deceased in beggary. That is some satire, keen and critical, not sorting with a nuptial ceremony. A tedious, brief scene of young Pyramus and his love Thisbe. A very tragic mirth. Merry and tragical? Tedious and brief? That is hot ice and wondrous strange snow. How shall we find the concord of this discord?
A play there is, my lord, some 10 words long, which is as brief as I have known a play. But by 10 words, my lord, it is too long, which makes it tedious. For in all the plays there is not one word apt, one player fitted, and tragically, my noble lord, it is for Pyramus herein doth kill himself, which when I saw rehearsed, I must confess made my eyes watery, but more merry tears, the compassion of loud laughter never shed.
What are they that do play it?
Hard-handed men that work in Athens here, which never labored in their minds till now, but now have toiled their unbreathed memories with this same play against your nuptial.
And we will hear it!
No, my lord, for never anything can be amiss when simpleness and duty tender it. Go, it's not for you. I have heard it over, and it's nothing in this world, unless you can sport in their intense, extremely stretched, and conned with cruel pain to do you service.
I will hear that play, for never anything can be amiss when simpleness and duty tender it. Go, bring them in, and take your places, ladies.
Love not to see your wretchedness o'ercharged, and duty in his service perishing.
Why, gentle sweet, you shall see no such thing.
He says they can do nothing in his kind.
The kinder we, to give them thanks for nothing. Our sport shall be to take what they mistake, and what poor duty cannot do. Noble respect takes it in might, not merit. Where I have come, great clerks have proposed to greet me with premeditated welcomes. Where I have seen them shiver and look pale, make periods in the midst of sentences, throttled their practiced accents in their fears, and conclusion dumbly have broke off, not paying a welcome. Trust me, sweet, out of this silence I picked a welcome, and Modestly, of fearful duty, I read as much as rattling tongue of saucy audiences eloquence. There, love, therefore, in tongue-tied simplicity, in least, speak most to my capacity.
So please, your grace, the prologue is addressed.
Let him approach.
If we offend, it is with our goodwill, that you should think we come not to offend, but with goodwill, to show our simple skill. That is the true beginning of our end. Consider then, we come but in despite. We do not come as minding to contest you. Our true intent is, all for your delight we are not here, that you should here repent you. The actors are at hand, and by their show you shall know all that you are like to know.
This fellow doth not stand upon points.
He hath rid his prologue like a rough colt. He knows not to stop. A good moral, my lord. It is not enough to speak, but to speak true.
Indeed, he hath played on his prologue like a child, on a recorder, a sound, but not in government.
His speech was like a tangled chain, nothing impaired, but all discorded. Who is next?
Gentles, perchance you wonder at this show, but wonder on till truth make all things plain. This man is Pyramus. If you would know this beauteous lady, Thisbe is certain.
This man is Pyramus, this lady is
This man with lime and rough cast doth present wall, that vile wall which did these lovers sunder. And though walls chink, poor souls, they are content to whisper. At the which let no man wonder, this man with lagthorn, dog, and bush of thorn presenteth moonshine. For if you will know, by moonshine did these lovers think no scorn, to meet at Ninus' tomb, there to woo. This grisly beast, which lions hight by name, the trusty Thisbe, coming first by night, did scare away, or rather did affright. And, as she fled, her mantle she did fall, which lion vile with bloody mouth did stain. Anon comes Pyramus, sweet youth and tall, and finds his trusty Thisbe's mantle slain. Whereat, with bloody blameful blade, he bravely broached his boiling bloody breast, and Thisbe, tarrying in mulberry shade, his dagger drew and died. For all the rest, let lion, moonshine, wall, and lovers twain at large discourse while here they do remain.
I wonder if the lion be to speak.
Ah, no wonder, my lord. One lion may, when many asses do.
In this same interlude I doth befall that I, one Snout by name, present a wall, and such a wall as I would have you think, that had it in it crannied hole or chink, though through which the lovers Pyramus and Thisbe do whisper often very secretly, this loam, this rough cast, and this stone doth show, that I am the same wall, the truth is so, and thus the cranny is right and sinister, the which the fearful lovers are to whisper.
Would you desire lime and hair to speak better?
The wittiest partition that I ever heard discourse, my lord.
Pyramus draws near the wall. Silence!
Oh, grim-looked night! Oh, night with hues so black! Oh, night which ever art when day is not! Oh, night! Oh, night, alack, alack, alack. I fear my Thisbe's promise is forgot. Ah, and thou, oh wall, oh sweet, lovely wall, thou standest between her father's ground and mine. Oh wall, oh wall, oh sweet, oh lovely wall, show me thy clink, and to blink through with mine eye. Thanks, courteous wall. Jove shield thee well for this. But what see I? No Thisbe do I see. Oh, oh wicked wall, through whomst I see no bliss. Oh, cursed by thy stones for thus deceiving me.
The wall, methinks, being sensible, should curse again.
No, no, in truth, sir, he should not. Deceiving me is Thisbe's cue. She's gonna enter now, and I am to spy on her through the wall. You're gonna see. She's gonna. It'll be part as I told you. Yonder, here she comes. Okay.
O wall, full often hast thou heard my moans for parting my fair Pyramus and me. My cherry lips have often kissed thy stones with lime and hair knit up in thee.
I see a voice! Now will I to the clink to spy, and I can hear my Thisbe's face. Thisbe! Thisbe!
My love, thou art my love, I think.
Think what thou wilt. I am thy lover's grace, and like Lymander am I trusty still.
And I like Helen till the fates me kill.
Not Shaphalus or Proclus was so true.
As Shaphalus to Proclus, I to you.
Oh, kiss me through this wall of this vile wall.
I kissed the wall's hole, not your lips at all.
Wilt thou at Ninny's tomb meet me straight away?
Tide life, tide death, I come without delay.
Thus have I, Wall, my part discharged so, and being done, thus, Wall, away doth go.
Now, is the mural down between the two neighbors?
No remedy, my lord, when walls are so witful to hear without warning. This is the silliest stuff that ever I heard.
The best is this kind, but are shadows, and the worst are no worse, if imagination amend them.
It must be your imagination, then, and not theirs.
If we imagine no worse of them than they of themselves, then they pass for excellent men. Here, come two noble beasts in, a man and a lion.
You ladies whose gentle hearts do fear the smallest monstrous mouse that creeps on the floor, may now perchance both quake and tremble here, when lion rough in wildest rage doth roar. Then know that I, once snug the joiner, am a lion fell, nor else no lion stem. For if I should as the lion come in strife into this place, 'twere pity on my life.
A very gentle beast, of a good conscience.
Very beast at a beast, my lord. That ere I saw.
This lion is very fought for his valor.
True, and a goose for his discretion.
Not so, my lord, for his valor cannot carry his discretion, and the fox carries the goose.
His discretion, I fear, cannot carry his valor, for the goose carries not the fox. It is well. Leave it to his discretion, and let us listen to the moon.
The lantham doth the horned moon present.
He should have worn the horns on his head.
He is no crescent, and his horns are invisible with the circumference.
The lanthorn doth the horn moon present, myself the man, I the moon do seem to be.
This is the greatest error of all the rest. The man should be put into the lantern. How else is the man in the moon?
He dares not come there for the candle, for you see, it is already in snuff. I am wary of this moon. Would a change?
It appears by his small light of discretion that he is in the wane. But yet, in courtesy, in all reason, we must stay the time.
Proceed, moon. All that I have to say is to tell you that the lanthorn is the moon, the man in the moon, this thorn bush, my thorn bush, and this dog, my dog.
Why, all these should be in the lantern, for all these are in the moon. But silence, here comes Thisbe.
Oh, this is old Ninny's tomb. Where is my love? Roar! Oh no!
Well roared, lion.
Oh, well run, Thisbe!
Well shown, moon. Truly the moon shines with a good grace.
Well mused, lion.
And so the lion vanished.
And then came Pyramus.
Ah, sweet Pyramus, speak.
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright. For by thy gracious, golden, glittering beams, I trust to take of truest Thisbe sight. But stay, O spite! But mark, poor knight, what dreadful doe is this? Eyes, do I see? No, how can it be? Oh, dainty duck, oh dear, thy mantle good, what stained with blood? Approach, ye furries fell. Oh, fates, come, cut thread and thrum, quail, crush, conclude, and quell.
Oh, this passion of the death of a dear friend would go near to make a man look sad.
Through my heart, but I pity the man.
Oh, wherefore, nature, didst thou lion's frame, since lion vile hath deflowered my dear, which is, no, which was the fairest dame that lived, that loved, that liked, that looked with cheer, come tears, confound, out sword, and wound the pap of papyrus. Ah, that left pap where the hearth dot hop. Thus I die, thus. Now I am dead! Now I am fled! My soul is in the sky. Tongue, lose thy light. Moon, take thy flight. Oh, now, die!
No die, but an ace for him, for he is but one.
Less than an ace, man, for he is dead. He is nothing.
With the help of a surgeon, he might yet recover, and prove an ass.
Chance moonshine is gone before Thisbe comes back and finds her lover?
She will find him by starlight. Oh, here she comes, and her passion ends the play.
Methinks she should not use a long one for such a Pyramus. I hope she will be brief. A moat will turn the balance. Which Pyramus, which, with Thisbe, is the better? He for a man, God warrant us. She for a woman, God bless us.
She has spied him already with those sweet eyes.
And thus she means Vedelex. Vedelex.
Asleep, my love? What? Dead, my dove? O Pyramus, arise. Speak, speak. Quite dumb. Dead? Dead? A tomb must cover thy sweet eyes. These, my lips, this cherry nose, these yellow cowslip cheeks, are gone, are gone. Lovers make moan. His eyes were green as leeks. O sisters three, come, come to me. With hands as pale as milk, lay them in gore. Since you have shore with shears his thread of silk, tongue not a word. Come, trusty sword. Come, blade, my breast imbrue. And farewell, friends. Thus this be ends. Adieu, adieu, adieu.
Moonshine and Lion are left to bury the dead. Huh.
Aye, and Wall, too.
No, assure you, the wall is down that parted their fathers. Will it speak to see the epilogue, or to hear the burgomask dance between two of our company?
No epilogue, I pray you. For our play needs no excuse. Never excuse, for when all the players are all dead, there are needs none be blamed. Marry, if he had writ it had Pyramid had hanged himself in Thisbe's garter, then it would have been a fine tragedy. And so it is, truly and very notably discharged. But come, your Bergnomask, let your epilogue alone. The iron tongue of midnight hath hold 12. Lovers, to bed, 'tis almost fairy time. I fear we shall go out the sleeping morn, as much as we this night have overwatched. This palpable gross play hath well beguiled the heavy gate of night. Sweet friends, to bed! A fortnight hold we this solemnity in night revels and new jollity.
Now the hungry lion roars, and with the wolf bellow the moon, whilst the heavy ploughman snores, all with weary task fordone. Now the wasted brands do glow, whilst the screech owl screeching loudly, put the wretch that lives in woe in remembrance of a shroud. Now it is time of night that the graves all gaping wide, everyone lets forth this sprite in the churchway paths to glide, and we fairies that do run by the tripled Hectates team, from the presence of the sun following the darkness like a dream. Now a frolic, not a mouse, shall disturb this hallowed house. I am sent with broom before to sweep the dust behind the door.
Through the house give gathering light by the dead and drowsy fire. Every elf and fairy sprite hop as light as bird from briar, and this ditty after me sing and dance it trippingly.
First rehearse your song by rote, to each word a warbling note. Hand in hand with fairy grace, we will sing and bless this pace.
Now until the break of day,
Through this house each fairy stray, to the best bride bed will we, which by us shall blessed be. And the issue there create ever shall be fortunate. So shall all the couples three ever true in loving be, and the blots of nature's hand shall not in their issue stand, never mole, hair, lip, nor scar, nor make prodigious such as are despised in nativity, shall upon their children be, with this field do consecrate, every fairy take his gate, and each several chambers bless, through this palace with sweet peace, and the owner of it blessed, ever shall in safety rest, trip away, make no stay, meet me all by break of day.
If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is amended, that you have but slumbered here, where these visions did appear, and this weak and idle theme, no more yielding but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend, if you pardoned, we will mend, and as I am an honest puck, if we have unearned luck, now to scape the serpent's tongue, we have amended ere long. Else the puck a liar's call. So good night unto you all. Give me your hands if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.
Thank you everyone for coming to our show. Greatly appreciate you all being here. Big round of applause to the cast. Great job, cast. Big round of applause to William Shakespeare. Thanks for having everything in the common domain. And thank you all for coming here and spending a lovely evening at the theater. It was lovely putting on this production for you. Thank you for being here. Get off the stage! You're not allowed on the stage! That's it, get this guy out of the theater.
Oi, no closer to the stage.
How many times we have
On
to
out
tell
of
you,
here!
bugger?
Get out of here!
We're getting you out of here.
I always hated Shakespeare. It's so
There's
stupid.
only one way to really get him out of here. Get him.
Get him
out.
Get him.
Get out of here.
It ends the way all theater ends. Alright, good night!
Wow.
We're gonna raid real quick.
No raid, end the stream.
No raid. All right. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.